The morning did not feel ordinary. Even before the sun fully climbed into the sky, the vast training ground buzzed with tension, pride, and unspoken competition. 262 elite forces stood in formation, men and women shaped by discipline, endurance, and years of believing they were among the strongest on Earth.
Stand down, you're out of line. We
Boots
follow
were
the plan
aligned,
as briefed.
shoulders squared, faces hardened by training and ego. This was a place where weakness was mocked and silence was mistaken for fear.
We need to rethink this strategy
At the far edge of the formation
Stand down,
stood
you're out
her.
of line. We
She
follow
did
the plan
not look
as
like
briefed.
what most of them expected. She was not loud. She was not trying to prove anything. Her posture was calm, her expression steady, her eyes observant rather than defiant. She wore the same uniform as everyone else, yet somehow she seemed different, less interested in being seen, more focused on simply being present. That alone made her a target. The whispers began early. A seal that week, someone muttered under their breath. She won't last a week, another said with a quiet laugh. A few didn't even bother lowering their voices. She heard it all. She always did. But she had learned long ago that not every insult deserved an answer, and not every challenge needed fists. Her strength had never been the kind that begged for attention. The training intensified as the hours passed. Obstacle courses pushed bodies to the brink. Commands were barked sharply, sweat-soaked uniforms, tempers flared, and among them was one man, a senior operative known for his aggression, admired by some, feared by others. He carried himself like the world owed him respect. To him, dominance was the same as leadership. From the start, he singled her out. Her quiet responses irritated him. Her refusal to react angered him. Every correction he made was harsher than necessary. Every remark carried an edge meant to cut. When she succeeded at a task, he dismissed it as luck. When she stumbled, he magnified it as proof. Still, she said nothing. That restraint only fueled his arrogance. Then came the moment no one expected. During a combat drill, exhaustion hung heavy in the air. Muscles shook. Patience wore thin. A minor misunderstanding escalated into sharp words. The senior operative stepped toward her, face flushed with rage, voice loud enough for everyone to hear. His words crossed a line. No longer professional, no longer training. Then he raised his hand. Time seemed to slow. 262 elite forces froze, watching. No one intervened. Some were curious, some were uncomfortable, some secretly hoped she would finally be exposed as weak. In that single second, something shifted inside her. Not anger, not hatred, but clarity. She understood that this moment was no longer about her pride. It was about dignity, about drawing a line where silence could no longer stand. She moved. Her response was swift, precise, controlled. No wild swing, no rage, just training meeting instinct, discipline meeting resolve. In one fluid motion, the man who had raised his hand was on the ground, unconscious, his power stripped away in front of every witness. The field fell silent. No cheers, no gasps, just disbelief. The woman stood still, breathing steady, eyes calm. She did not celebrate. She did not run. She waited. Commanders rushed forward. Faces were stern. Consequences were expected. Everyone braced for punishment. Before anyone spoke, she stepped forward on her own. "I didn't come here to fight egos," she said quietly. Her voice carried, not because it was loud, but because it was honest. "I came here to serve. If strength means hurting others, then I don't want that strength." Her words landed heavier than any blow. The commanders exchanged looks. The unconscious man was taken away. No immediate judgment was passed. Training was dismissed early that day, but the impact lingered far beyond the field. Later, when the man regained consciousness, something in him had changed. The arrogance was gone. In its place was shame, and realization. For the first time, he understood that his power had never been true strength. He sought her out, standing awkwardly, stripped of pride. "I was wrong," he said. "I thought fear was respect. I thought loud meant strong." His voice cracked as he added, "I'm sorry." She nodded, not triumphantly, not coldly, just humanly. "I hope you do better," she replied. "That's all that matters." Word spread quickly, not about the knockout, but about what followed. About restraint, about humility, about the kind of courage that doesn't need applause. Over time, the atmosphere changed. People listened more, mockery faded, respect grew. not forced, but earned. Recruits who once doubted themselves found confidence. Veterans began questioning old habits. Strength started to mean something deeper. One evening, a young recruit approached her. His hands trembled slightly. "I don't think I belong here," he admitted. "Everyone else seems stronger." She smiled, the same gentle smile once mistaken for weakness. "Belonging isn't about being louder or tougher," she said. "It's about showing up with integrity, even when it's hard." That recruit went on to become one of the most dependable members of the unit. As for her, she never sought recognition. No medals were given for changing minds. No headlines were written about quiet courage. But long after the drills ended and formations dissolved, her presence remained, a reminder that true strength is not measured by who you can overpower, but by who you choose not to. And on that morning, when 262 elite forces witnessed a so-called weak SEAL stand firm without hatred, strike without cruelty, and forgive without hesitation, something far greater than a man was knocked down. An old belief fell, the belief that power must be loud, the belief that kindness is weakness, the belief that humanity has no place among the strong. They learned that day that the strongest force of all is dignity, steady, compassionate, unbreakable. And once seen, it can never be unseen.